I'm so tired of these parents acting like they live for themselves. Once you have kids, you no longer live for yourself. Once you have kids, your life is obsolete. You do not matter at all. The only thing that matters is your kid and what the they learn, how the they're brought up, and how much they enjoy their life. That's the only thing that should matter to you is their happiness. And taking them to a drag show so they can dance in front of a bunch of creeps is not the outlet to do that in.
Subscribe to this channel in case you are watching this channel and you have not subscribed.
Anybody ever sign off on the little kids drag show?
It's so like
how did anybody imagine,
man.
Again, the heterosexual version of that? Imagine a bunch of strippers that are in their 30s and 40s, and they're getting young girls to strip and dance for men in the audience. Imagine, imagine if you ever.
Young girls or young boys, it really does not matter. Once you have kids start dancing seductively in front of adults, there shouldn't be no question about that. It even come out your mouth, it just sounds disgusting and pedophilic. Is that a word?
Ever saw that? That would be a horrendous thing. Like, what are you encouraging? Like, what are you doing to these children? Why are you taking away their innocence at such an early age?
Right.
But if it's a drag show and you have like a 10-year-old drag queen and he goes out there and he's fabulous, look at him, he's amazing. It's like,
so
but you're sexualizing this young person. You're still doing something to someone who hasn't even gone through puberty, and they're probably not even interested in sexual activity.
They just think it's cool. They think, oh, I gotta dress up. It's like another Halloween. I gotta go out and then perform, and all these adults are gonna clap for me. And it's like no shit. The kids want to do it. It's like how kids want to go do a school play. Is a school play fun? No. Is it entertaining? No. Do parents like it and enjoy their kids doing it? Yeah, so the kids inevitably like it. But with this, bro, the parents are sick as shit. I don't understand, like, what kind of incentive do they have? Are they just want to be extra woke? Do they just want to seem like they're the cool parents? What do these kids benefit from it? Even if you're delusional as fuck and you think that your kid wants to do this, you should at least have the common sense that there might be at least one, two, just one pedophile is enough. You should at least assume that there's one weird fuck in the stands that's watching the shit and gonna get off to it later. I don't see why anybody would want to go to a drag show, like, at all. Other than you're supporting the person dancing. Other than that, I don't get the appeal.
It's so disgusting.
I mean, what does a fucking 10-year-old care about sexual activity? But that's what I mean, if you're wearing high heels and a skimpy little bikini and you're dancing in a certain way, we've got to admit what that is. Like, what is that? What is that if it's a girl who's built like a brick shit house? Well, it's very sexual, right?
Right.
If it's the same girl dressed that way, moving that way, and she has a big boobs and a big ass and all that stuff, it's sex. So is it sex with this little kid? And how are you okay with that?
And why do you want to do this? Why do you want to watch this? And how the hell do we not at least have a consensus amongst about this?
That's
that we're against
so
this.
crazy.
We could disagree on so many issues, but can't we all agree with like not sexualizing little kids?
But for whatever reason, if you're doing that in like an LGBTQ sort of thing, and that like with the drag queen show. Like, they're still doing some of those.
Yeah.
They still have, like, where drag queens and little kids are together. Like, what was Cuties?
Yeah, that was
that
the
Netflix show.
Thing. Yeah,
it was a Netflix show
so
about
bizarre.
Children that are like drag queens.
I didn't know that.
Is that what it was? I thought that was.
That's so nasty, man. Like, why would you not assume that there's not a bunch of child pedophiles sitting at home just getting off to Netflix? It's Netflix, bro. It's $20 a month. Anyone can get it. And you don't gotta go to federal prison for having it or for watching it or for getting off to it. It's so fucking crazy, man. I don't understand how the general public is so stupid and not seeing what the fuck going on. This upper echelon, the people in charge of the country, the world, are trying to push child pornography down our throats because they're all about to get busted for this shit. I don't see another reason on why this whole children at drag show thing just came out of nowhere. I don't want, like, bro, what the fuck do us regular people have to do to get something done about this? Protesting ain't work because there's the other side that's protesting, talking about, oh, you're hurting trans people. Oh, yeah. These brainwashed people that just want to talk about their feelings, even though, like, fuck your feelings, man. A lot of the motherfuckers with these feelings have kids. I'm so tired of these parents acting like they live for themselves. Once you have kids, you no longer live for yourself. Once you have kids, your life is obsolete. You do not matter at all. The only thing that matters is your kid and what the they learn, how the they're brought up, and how much they enjoy their life. That's the only thing that should matter to you is their happiness. And taking them to a drag show so they can dance in front of a bunch of creeps is not the outlet to do that in.
I think that was girls in Cuties. Was just little girls.
It was just girls?
Very bizarre.
So weird.
Which one was the drag queen show? Wasn't there a show that had the Cuties was all little girls?
I think so.
Did I fuck that up? Might have to edit that out. I don't want to get sued.
I think it was.
So Cuties was just young girls.
Yeah, I think it was like 10-year-old girls just dancing in crazy sexual ways.
Same thing.
Yeah,
and what was it about? Is it about they would do dance shows?
I'll be honest,
You're
I did not
a woman
watch
now?
it.
Like, what is this? But I remember people got fucking furious at this, right?
Yeah.
Still talking about the drag show shit. Having these kids that don't even know what the fuck they're doing dress up as a different gender because their parents told them to wear makeup and this and that and act this way and dress this way. It should be illegal, man. Like CPS should really step in on that. You're brainwashing your kids. At what point does it become dangerous for these kids to know this stuff? They could go their whole first 14 years thinking they're a girl when they was born a boy. Now that they're going through puberty, they think they're a girl and their stuff's starting to grow and they're starting to act this way and their voice is getting deep. Whatever puberty symptoms, whether a boy or girl, they start to hate the shit because that's not what they're used to. Because as a teenager, you're lost. You have no idea who the fuck you are inside. You feel like your body is turning on you, making you be something that you're not. So now that you're going through this, you're like, well, I want to change my genders now, but I don't like what's going on in my body. And then they get up to like 18, 20 years old and they start hating it and they're like, that's not me. They just been suppressed into believing a certain way. And now they're too far gone. They've done these puberty blockers, maybe even sex changes, and then it's all irreversible. And now they're their whole lives because their parents want to push this idea on them to be a welcoming whenever you're not being welcoming. You're encouraging them to be a certain way whenever that's not normal. We're not normally made like that. I don't know, man. I went on a way too long of a tangent right there.
Yeah, it's just like incredibly little prepubescent girls dancing in the most sexualized ways.
But there have been these public, like these things that have been shown publicly that are drag queen shows with kids.
Yes.
Now, what are those? Are those on film?
That was something, and I was getting at that.
Well, those I think are just
CBC
things
show.
that they have, like just like things that they have at local, like for like Pride Month, they had a bunch of them.
But there's a different
like,
thing
why?
between a kid maybe watching a drag show and being involved in it.
There's a different thing there. They're
There's a difference, but they still shouldn't be at a drag show. Why are they at the drag show?
both kind of weird, but
Both
one
kind
is
of
much
weird,
worse.
But one is way worse.
Yeah.
But there have been ones where the kids were involved, right?
No, I've seen those videos being shared.
What is that?
I don't know what the events were, but I have seen those videos. It's not just like one thing. Like there's been a lot of videos of this that have been shared. And it is yeah, it's I remember
Imagine like proposing that to someone.
Yeah, and it does seem like
Drag kids, that's it. A daring and touching portrait of 4 kids chasing freedom and friendship through the art of drag. That's it. That was the one. So that was on CBC.
Crazy, man.
Oh, bro. Just, I mean, that's a really young kid. Like, imagine that young kid, okay? And what he wants to talk about is how he likes to fuck. So, he has, like, a rubber girl on stage, and he's like, this is how I like to fuck. Can't wait till I'm old enough to fuck. That would be so insane. That would be so insane. So, imagine, why is it, like, what's going on? Like, if you dress up like a girl, then it's okay to be sexualized when you're 10? Like, is it sexual or is it just performative as a girl?
It's like there's a million ways to do perform.
It's not sexual for the kids, but as the audience, it's 100% sexual. Maybe a little bit supportive from the parents that brought the kids. I don't even know about supportive. I feel like a lot of the kids, or a lot of the parents that bring their kids to this, are using their kids as a cash cow, as a way to make money. But I do feel like some of them are supportive and they're really just wannabe loving people. There's no way there's not a big percent in the crowd that's a bunch of creeps that just want to watch kids dance provocatively. There's no way.
Formative stuff that wouldn't have to be sexualized. Like, just do it in a different way.
Is drag inherently sexual, or are we ignorant to it? Like,
no, I don't know, man.
Sexual.
I mean, like, it's not like, I guess theoretically it could not be, but they're not dressing up like Mrs. Doubtfire or something.
Right.
They're dressing up as like these sexualized characters.
Exactly.
That's like what's actually happening.
Exactly. They're dressing up in these revealing outfits, and they're like little dresses with. They show their legs, right?
Yeah, it's like, it's so goddamn weird. I don't know how this stuff took off. But then there was...
Right. Yeah, they kind of kept talking about the same things. I'm in that video there. Like the video, please, please, please. If you got anything to say about the video, please comment. I read every single comment. And if you fuck with me, please give me a subscription. With that being said, deuces.
I won't speak up on it, but that's just how it's supposed to be. She thinks she leeching probably, but she won't get nothing from me. Say you let me, I doubt it. I'll fuck around and pay the fee. It's a whole lot of hate up in your eyes, and I can see it.
Hate all in your eyes, and you've been praying on my downfall.